Oh, I feel in heaven. I just had an amazing brunch right here in Maman in Tribeca, and it is finally warm after a few months of just terrible, frigid cold and a lot of snow. And it's like 44 degrees Fahrenheit, and it feels like spring is coming. Even though if it's 44 degrees Fahrenheit and this were in like April or May, I would think this is freezing. But now, to me, feels like shorts weather. So join me for a stroll through Tribeca, going northward in Manhattan, just to enjoy the pure beauty of the temperature finally rising here in New York City. And my heart goes out to anyone who might be suffering through cold weather. I hope the weather gets better for many parts of the US and many parts of the world. Join me for a stroll, and feel free to ask me anything. Hello everyone, I'm Ariel. This is Urbanist. Right now we're starting in the neighborhood of Tribeca. Look at that blue sky, oh yeah. Here is the Jenga building. And I just love Tribeca, absolutely gorgeous place in my opinion. One of my favorite neighborhoods, just because it feels so beautiful and relaxing, gorgeous architecture despite the sounds of the construction nearby. I just feel in love, ladies and gentlemen. I was having Maman right over here at this amazing place. I actually recommended them before, and I've actually filmed in their shop many years ago. One of the early food vlogs I've ever done. And they have great French Mediterranean style brunch. So I had a quiche, a goat cheese quiche, and I was just in love. And right in front of me, there was two people who were French, speaking French, and I just felt like I was in Paris for a little bit right there. Oh, so I'm excited to walk around, enjoy the beauties of New York. This is another favorite place of mine, Goten. They're actually kind of currently closed, but there's a place next door that looks nice. I haven't tried that place yet, Terra. Wendy says, so pleased you're out and about. Oh, I'm so glad, Wendy. Hey, Alexandra, so glad you enjoy this. Hey, Super Friends, super shout out to you, Super Friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Hello, Silva, nice to see you here. Welcome. Hello, Dutch Cam Jam. Urbanist, nice to see you here. So it's just a stroll. One place I would love to go is to Union Square Market. Hopefully I get there in time to buy myself a good sourdough loaf. Because I really need some sourdough bread in my life, especially for those avocado toasts, because I cannot go out and buy $18 avocado toast all the time, so I just might as well make it at home for like $5. So that's the only direction. Otherwise, no agenda, no specific plan. So feel free to ask me any questions for this wandering, this quiet stroll. We take our sweet, sweet time here on Urbanist. And since I just did a historical broadcast, check that out after you finish this broadcast. The story of the forgotten past of African Americans here in Lower Manhattan. Check that out. But when I do those history broadcasts, I can't interact with too many of you. So this is why I'm doing this bonus one. So feel free to ask me anything. Hey, Darren, nice to see you here. So right now, I'm currently located at Beach Street and West Broadway. And this is the neighborhood of Tribeca, which means the triangle below Canal Street. Hey, Nuke, I earned your sub with that video. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So if you're new to the channel, I do a combination of wanderings, live streams like these ones, no direction, no particular agenda, turning wherever I feel compelled to turn, and just chit-chatting with all of you about history, travel, and food. And then the other type of broadcast is the history broadcast. And those history broadcasts are a little bit shorter, usually an hour or less. or 2 hours or less, depends on the topic. And that definitely has a route. So those are the two main shows here on Urbanist. How many degrees in Celsius? Ooh, I don't know. I gotta learn how to convert. It's the conversion is not linear, so sometimes it's a bit hard to think in Celsius terms. But it's about 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Do hashtag weather. I mean, not hashtag weather, exclamation point weather. What's the large building to your right? So this is the Verizon building. Used to be the Western Union. No, this wasn't the Western Union, but this is the Verizon building right now. Hey, Clifford, nice to see you here, man. Hope you're doing well. Just came in, are we strolling? Yeah, we're wandering. Here's the American Thread Company building. It's thawing out, yeah. New York City is thawing out, which is nice. I feel good. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Christine, yep, the telecom building. Uh-oh. Puddle. White shoes. No. Are you planning to go to the UK this spring? Great question, New Jersey Walks. So Boris Johnson posted a timeline of how, Boris Johnson is the Prime Minister of UK, of how they're gonna open up. And they're projecting that it'll be fully open in June 21. So probably that's the earliest I can get there. Because obviously I cover the touristy sites, so at least some portion of the touristy sites have to be open for me to really justify going there. So stay tuned, hopefully, crossing fingers, summertime, I'll be able to get there. Thank you so much, Phil, for posting that for me. So this is the lobby. There's like an incredible mural inside here, and we can't see it. Yeah, there's like an incredible mural here. I wish. It's hard to see.
No bitches out here. Shit dead out here, man. Nice out here.
Hard to see, but search this building, 32 Avenue of the Americas. Search it up, and you'll see an incredible mural that's inside. But these are, I think, currently condos. Have you ever done the Roosevelt Island tramway? I have. Oh yeah. Andy, absolutely love it. Hey, Shirag asks, have I ever been to the Tribeca Film Festival? So Shirag, great question. For anyone who doesn't know, Tribeca Film Festival has been going on for a few decades, I think, and is one of the major film festivals in the world, along with Sundance, Toronto Film Festival, Cannes as well, and there's a few others. Yeah, I've been only once, and I went to the 360, the virtual reality portion of it. It really blew my mind. I actually went there back in 2016, and one of the reasons I do 360 video on Urbanist was because of that festival that I went to for the Tribeca Film Festival. It blew my mind. I saw some amazing VR videos that showed me the power of virtual reality and 360 video. So I think this is the building that Beyonce lives. All right, so for this video, gotta do one special thing. And this special thing means the world to some people who watch this show. It's to smash that like button right now. Smash it so much that you get so close to cracking your screen, but you don't because you have good self-control. So smash that like button, bring that to more people, bring this type of walk to more people who could use it for various reasons. Maybe there's inclement weather in their area of the world, and they're unable to take a walk. Maybe there's lockdown, or maybe they're unable to travel for various reasons. So smash that like button. And the more you smash it, the more I will pronounce those T's very clearly. And let me know if you're in team like. Let's continue walking around. Hey, JJ asks, what does give stars mean? Stars on Facebook means a tip. Similar to YouTube is called it's called a super chat. So super chat is a tip. Facebook stars are a tip. If you enjoy the show, if you enjoy the facts I bring you, or the sites I show you, or the humor I give you, or the soothing sounds of my voice, whatever. If you enjoy it in one way, anyway, you can give a tip if you want to. Nita asks, so no mask anymore? Hey.
What's up?
How's it going? Who are you guys?
I'm Evan.
Evan?
I used to work at Foursquare.
Oh my God, Evan, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's it
going?
going?
Sorry if I interrupted. Are you live
No,
streaming?
yeah, I am actually live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hey.
Evan, friend of a friend from
Yeah,
back in
from
Foursquare days.
Diana's, right?
Yeah. How's everything going, man?
It's okay, you know. I'm
We
employed right now.
did we actually ever meet in person?
Yeah.
We
I
did.
think
When
had
was
drinks.
this?
I think
Yes.
in on the Lower East Side at that beer garden, maybe next to the Freeman's Alley. You know what
Oh
I'm talking about?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
that's.
have you been?
I've been doing very well. Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
just doing lots of YouTube and Facebook.
That's cool.
Yeah. How about yourself? You said you wanted to do content on YouTube.
I was thinking about it. Oh, did I tell you that back then?
Well, we were going to collaborate on a Chinatown food video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Xiaoma.
With Xiaoma. Oh,
Xiaoma, yeah.
So he helped produce Xiaoma's first video.
Oh, you did? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
This was back in the days. This was like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
We were going to collaborate.
Yeah. And I'm in like 10 of Xiaoma's videos now, I guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. He blew up after you mentioned him to me.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because of him. No, not really. Yeah,
What's your name?
Jay.
Jay, Ariel.
Nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you.
But
Oh.
you used to do a lot of production for National Geographic in Taiwan, right?
Oh, that's so cool.
For the video, or was it? I forget.
The internet content.
Are you a YouTuber as well?
Yeah.
A little bit.
You want to shout out your channel?
男生宿舍.
Yeah, but it's all in Mandarin.
That's
so it's fine.
hard to bring.
I think they have like 150K.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boys Dorm. BOIZDORM. Like,
Oh.
like him and his husband and their family's life in New York.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love that there's a bunch of Mandarin and Cantonese content popping up on YouTube, especially
Yeah.
here in New York.
We're thinking about starting a channel soon.
Oh, about what?
Yeah,
Like us, we're gonna be like
like food and maybe lifestyle.
food
Oh.
and lifestyle, like interviewing random people more
Yeah.
in depth, maybe about their lives and like in the Chinatown area, or like
Oh, that would be really cool.
comparing, reviewing different like dumplings, or like when you go to a Chinese grocery store, like what the hell do you do with most of these things? Like most
Right.
people don't know how to cook with them. So then maybe doing some of that. I don't know. It's just like kind of trying a bunch of shit. Maybe some Chinese language education stuff.
That'd be really cool because I mean now there's a lot of bubble tea places, for example,
Oh yeah.
and like Americans and people all around the world are starting to get accustomed to it. Yeah. So like that would be cool to have more like educational videos about that.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
The weather's amazing right now. What are you live streaming about?
I'm doing what I call wandering. So I just wander around aimlessly, and people ask me any random questions.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was showing him some of the art galleries in Tribeca.
Yeah.
Because you got the map here.
Oh, really?
There's a bunch of them, but you can borrow it if you want. But
Oh no, that's okay. But
there's some
that's so
cool shit. I really like the one on at Postmasters on Franklin Street.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff there. And
Oh, very
some
cool.
of them are closed down. And then this is my favorite coffee shop in New York.
I mean, this has one of the best cold brews in New York City, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as well.
Anything.
Yeah.
Any coffee. And my sister, knows the owner. They went to with Counterculture Coffee, the roaster, on a trip to Nicaragua to visit the coffee farms.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Sam Penix, who's a really cool trans business owner.
Oh wow, okay. Let's awesome. Let's meet up again. I would love to still do that video with you.
Yeah, that'd
the
be cool.
Chinatown video. Yeah.
Hit me up whenever. I'm unemployed now, so I'm pretty flexible.
Okay,
so.
cool. Well, we'll do a Chinatown eating video.
Okay.
All right, man.
Yeah, enjoy.
Have a good day.
With the
Have a nice
wandering.
to meet you as well. Bye bye. So that was awesome. Friend of a friend. We met very briefly, and he was the one that I was going to collaborate with a long time ago about Chinatown. All right, let's continue walking. Hey, okay, thank you so much for shouting out the Patreon. I appreciate you. And Cliff says, I definitely want to taste some Chinatown. LY says, looking forward to the Chinatown bites. Is NYC clean? I mean, it is clean enough. I definitely don't feel like I'm in a dirty atmosphere in New York City. Some people might be shocked if they come from certain European cities. Oh, second live video today. Super cool, says Wendy. I'm so glad, Wendy. And konnichiwa. Hello, Joey. Oh, wandering. I would like that channel. What's the name? I quite didn't catch the name. If anyone could rewrite the name, it was in Mandarin. If anyone is a Mandarin speaker and caught the name of the channel. But my friend's name is Evan Williams, and he appears on a channel called Zhao Ma. Zhao Ma, if anyone wants to write it down. He's a huge YouTuber. He has like 3 million subscribers. But I was originally going to collaborate with Zhao Ma and my friend Evan. And I think he only had like 20,000 subs by that point, back then, but then he blew up after that.
Anyway, they're very familiar to space. They have a lot of long-range assets.
Busra, where am I from? I am from New York. I am what you call a New Yorican. Family's from Puerto Rico. So I am a Puerto Rican raised in New York. Christine, you can find Cliff at Streamcast Network. Streamcast Network. Clifford Sobel. Adam, how do you keep track of your expenses, Adam? Adam, feel free to ask anything about history, food, or travel. But in the travel context, or as a content creator context, I actually don't spend too much money. My biggest expenses really come from gear. But when it comes to food, yeah, food sometimes can get a little bit expensive depending on the city, like in New York, but it really isn't that bad. And I am not really a typical restaurant eater. So, yeah, it's easy to maintain. Gene, the live streams are every Saturday and Wednesday at 1 p.m., all the scheduled ones. Every other day is random. Hey, Rainer, how are you? How's the weather? I'm doing very well, Rainer. Rainer, a fellow super urbanist. It is gorgeous weather today, a lot warmer. Arnell, nice to see you here. Arnell, a mod and a super urbanist as well. Hey, super friends. I think we were close to Super Friends' original place where you stream. Hey, Alexis, nice to see you here. Hello, Gonza, desde Argentina, bienvenidos. ¿Cómo está todo en Argentina? Espero que está bien. Espero que las cosas se están mejorando allá en Sudamérica. I hope things are getting better in South America as well. Warmer, but you still have snow on the ground. Yeah, it's a very balmy 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Very balmy. Laureen, nice to see you here. Welcome, Laureen. Is that Sirhan in $1 Million Listing? Ooh, what are you referring to? Ryan Sirhan most likely has covered places in this neighborhood. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is artwork made by O.K. Harris. It was his first gallery here back in 1969. And it's called Ars Vita. Gene, you want to become a patron? Oh, I appreciate that, Gene. Here's the link. I will be glad to welcome you as a super urbanist. That's why I call the patrons, the members, or supporters. The second link, right there. The second link, patreon.com/urbanist. That's a patron. You get access to 1 to 2 bonus videos per month, including the Urbanist Insiders Club. Is everything open now? Well, things haven't really closed. Period in New York City. Suzanne, I'm only here for a minute. I'll come back later. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Lexus, what is New York City famous for? A whole lot of things. When it comes to food, of course, you have pizza, bagels, and of course, you have more of the deli sandwiches like pastrami, Rubens. If you want to think in terms of
Every time I'm upset about that, I just keep remembering.
in terms of locations, you have Empire State Building. Wow, ground support closes early. This is one of the better coffee shops here. Closes at 3 p.m. Wow, pretty early. Lots of people sitting outside. Guys smoking cigars, which I found very interesting back there. Is New York City clean, basura? Yeah, it is. Is it safe to travel there, in your opinion? I've been told not to by friends. In New York City, I would say, depending on your status of health, that's the first thing you should, it's on an individual basis. But if you are a person who's not at risk, New York City, from my perspective, seems rather safe to visit. And while there has been maybe a small uptick in crime in some areas and in some situations, to me, in my perspective, it feels safe. So no, I'm not encountering any riots or any random attackers, and I don't feel unsafe in terms of health either. But everyone's different in terms of health, but otherwise I feel pretty safe. And especially if you're gonna be a tourist in the city, if you're gonna visit the touristy sites, I think you'll be okay. You'll really be okay. Everything, Soho, look around, you can tell. Empire State Building, you're not gonna find any issues going to the touristy sites. Thank you so much. I'm in good health. I usually stay in the tourist areas. Yeah. I mean, you can definitely venture out. I wouldn't have too much issue with venturing out. Hey, Unspecified V, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. E. Rivas says, be careful wherever you are, even if you travel in your own city. Yep, practice some basic precautions. Anywhere. Could literally be in the middle of the mansions in Switzerland, or the poorest, most war-torn areas. You practice the basic precautions. Hey, Marshall, thank you so much for a $5 super chat. I'm so glad you enjoyed the Mafia tour. That's so cool. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kayla, I am hard-pressed to find any stories about flash robberies in the middle of Soho. I'm not sure where you might have heard of such a story, but I'd be hard-pressed to find anything that points to that happening in the middle of Soho. One thing I would recommend anyone who is traveling or cares about New York City or wants to travel to any other major city is to be very discerning in the type of news you consume. Here in the US, there is less regulation when it comes to news, and there is a little bit more sensationalism than you would find in Europe. That is from my personal observation, and also the news I've just studied as well throughout history. The US tends to be more sensationalistic. There's a few other countries in the world that is the same. This also applies to certain areas of Central America as well, Puerto Rico too. They tend to be more sensationalistic. They tend to exaggerate certain stories. They tend to focus on more grim stories. But it's not quite the case in certain areas of Europe. It's not quite the case, say, in Australia. It's not quite the case, I think, in Japan. And that's why when you might hear a story, I would say be discerning, because the mode of much media here is to cause fear. And while, yeah, anything can happen anywhere, walking around with fear really isn't going to make you, isn't going to do you any favors either. So that's my thought process behind it. If I walk around with fear, if I walk around with tension, then what good is it going to do for me? Am I going to avoid any issues? Most likely not. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen nonetheless, regardless of how much fear or not I don't have, you know, regardless. Yeah, so just practice proper precautions. You'll be okay. Though I would say be a little bit more discerning with American news. Hey, Eddie, I won't pick any names, but just in general. In general. Doesn't matter. They're going to stop flights coming into Ireland within the next couple of weeks, says Kay. Oh yeah, that's a shame. Hey, Susu, I'm so glad you enjoyed my live stream about African Americans earlier today. And for the purple pastry. Oh, so glad you enjoyed it, Susu. Thank you so much for a super chat. I appreciate it. All right, let's cross the street. Hey, Luke. Is 5G in New York? Yeah, it is, but I haven't used it yet. I don't think it works so well with live streaming since there isn't quite enough antennas to sustain a steady signal throughout. It might not make much of a difference yet until they enable 4K live streaming on mobile. It's funny how people wear shorts in the cold, says Babu. Yeah, indeed. William and Barbara, thank you so much, William and Barbara, for the $5 PayPal. I appreciate it. Hey, by the way, thank you also Lori and Aaron for the Amazon wishlist gift as well. Thank you so much. Hey, Ariel, I don't know how to read, is that Japanese? I don't know how to read Japanese. So feel free to translate. But thank you. Thank you so much. And let me know how I'll say your name. I haven't recognized your name, so do let me know. Hey, you're coming to New York soon, says Maria. Oh, I'm so glad. Rosie, thank you so much for following super chat. I appreciate it. So no politics on this show. Feel free to discuss it. There's dozens upon dozens, hundreds of shows out there on YT, FB, any type of platform where you can freely discuss all the politics you would like. But here, we only talk about travel, history, and food. William, thank you so much for the PayPal. That's a cute kid in the scooter. Yes, indeed. Indeed. Uh-oh. Terrible slush pile of ice. Ooh, they're filming a movie here. Let's check it out. Who wants to check out what they're filming? Bahar, welcome. Your audio is sounding good. What lav mic are you using? Put exclamation point gear and you'll get the link. I'm using the Rode Wireless Go. You'll have the link to it. Who wants to check out the movie set? Let me know. And art and architecture. Yes, yes. For simplicity's sake, I just say 3 topics, but yes, it does include art and architecture. Indeed it does. You can mention anything you want about architecture. All right, let's check it out. So these are the movie trucks. It says made in NY. That is because New York City actually subsidizes Hollywood production. I'll show you one little secret here. Publicity, IC, waiter. Oh, interesting. What's the weather typically in March? It could usually March tends to snow usually at least once. It could be anywhere from cold 30-degree weather or less to hot 70-degree weather. It really varies. So I recently learned what Lucy and Desi are. Well, I of course know the reference. Let me know. Who are they referencing? They're referencing a very famous pair. But this, I always thought this was like the trailer for the main stars, but it isn't. So yes, this is referencing to Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz, who were a famous couple who made the sitcom I Love Lucy and also ran a production company that produced Star Trek. But beyond that, these are not the main trailers or makeup booths for the stars. I always thought that was the case. And they do it to make it look like that. But Lucy, pink, is the women's bathroom, and Desi, blue, is the men's bathroom. Yep, this is the bathroom for the cast and crew. Yeah. They do it so no one just walks in. I see Mulaney says, I knew it. Indeed, Mulaney, that's good. This city reminds me of Toronto. Yeah, I mean, Toronto is often used as a stand-in for New York whenever production can't afford New York or doesn't want to pay the money for New York. So these trucks are owned by Sony Pictures. They're filming something here, I'm not sure what. Are they filming SpiderMan 3? Oh, here it says director. Who's in there? You want me to knock? Hey, the director. Who knows? By the way, Sony does produce and does make SpiderMan, even though it's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's check this out. What's over here? Hope you're well. Is there any street art local to here? There is. Who's the director of SpiderMan? What's his name? If anyone can remind me. He already directed the first 2. Yeah, I don't quite know off the top of my head. He's directing Fantastic Four as well. So here's the costumes. Look at this. Here's the costumes. We can barely take a peek, but there it is. Costumes. Wendy says, I started WandaVision, it's ace. Oh yeah, WandaVision, one of the best television series I've ever seen in my entire life. Yes, it's great. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hey, I don't know how to read Japanese, so let me know how to pronounce your name in English. For any Japanese viewers out there, appreciate you tuning in, let me know. How do I say your name in English? What's the English pronunciation? Blue says John Watts, thank you. John Watts, he's the director of Spider-Man. But I'm not sure if this is Spider-Man. Just a wild guess. Let's see, can we see the Spidey suit? Maybe. Let's see. Is it Venom 2? No, Venom 2 takes place in San Francisco. So I doubt they'll be filming here in New York. I don't see anything that could be a Spidey suit. I know I worked behind the scenes in the film production once. It was the only time so far that I've worked on a film production. And I know the password that I could say in any film production to get in with this camera. I'm not gonna say it to all of you because I don't want the secret to be out, but if you ever see me sneak into a movie production, you'll probably know. That's why. I did it once in one of my videos. It's a certain word and they'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, you're part of that crew. We'll let you in. Especially with this camera. Is it Sex and the City? It could be. It's produced by Sony. So yeah, Sex and the City is also a Sony production, I think. Yeah, they are. Looks like a lot of fancy women's gowns. Yeah, this could be Sex and the City because it is a Sony production. Inkspire Life says, such power you have. I feel it is a bit of an overpowered term that I can say to any of the crew. It does feel like a superpower. Yep, it could be Sex and the City, as I mentioned. Sony Pictures. Virtual, no, it's not that. It's related to a role in the film. A role in the making of the film where it is appropriate for someone to be carrying a small camera like I am. Feel free to give any guesses. I can either confirm or deny any of them. Where's Mud Coffee? Cleo, that is located in East Village. We're right now in Greenwich Village, next neighborhood down. We'll see if we can find any. Oh, look at this. We see a name. Is this Andy Samberg? I think his name is with the M. I believe they call it Lucy and Desi because their production company was called Desi Lou. And a loo in the UK is the restroom, says Clifford. Oh, Clifford, thank you so much for that theory. That is amazing. If anyone can 100% confirm, let us know. But Desi Lou Productions, and in England, loo is bathroom, so maybe the nickname just caught on. So we already spotted Sarah Jessica Parker before, or will this be the second time we spot her? All right, let's be quiet. Maybe I'll come into a scenario where I can use the special term, special phrase. Okay, so we have a bigger clue over here. A journal for Jordan. That sounds like a code name. Anyone wants to scan it? Let me know. David F. Sandberg is a Swedish filmmaker. It could be that Swedish filmmaker. Could be him. Hey, Felipe. Hola, Brasil. Panejotes knows the code. It's Ariel. Got your coffee today? I did get my coffee today, but thank you so much for a $5 super chat. And we'll go to the next coffee featured on Urbanist. So there's people out here in paparazzi, so it is a popular production.
Recording live?
Huh?
Recording live?
I am, yeah. Do you know what the movie is?
Journal for Jordan.
Journal for Jordan. Is it a real name or is it a code name?
It's based on a book, and Denzel Washington's directing it.
Oh.
And Michael B. Jordan's in the movie.
Oh, fascinating. Do you know the director?
Denzel Washington.
Oh, Denzel. Okay, that's why. Oh, that's why
I don't
people are on
know
the
if
lookout.
Denzel's in it as well, but
Yeah.
he's directing it.
Has he popped out yet?
You know, they're filming over at the Mineta Tavern.
Oh,
Do you know where that is?
yeah, I do, yeah.
Their interior over there.
Oh, that's very cool.
He was over there doing rehearsal, came into the train.
Oh,
Michael
and
B. Jordan.
also you're waiting for Michael B.
Yeah, he's either going to go in hair and makeup or he's going to go back to the set in costume,
Oh.
whatever that is.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. Wish you luck. Okay, there we go. We know. So it is a Denzel Washington directed movie. I'm not sure if he's in it, as the guy mentioned. It's based on a book called Journal for Jordan, and it stars Michael B. Jordan, who people might know as Killmonger in Black Panther, or the main character in Creed, or also the main character in Fruitvale Station. Let's zoom in. So Michael B. Jordan might be popping up. That's why the paparazzi are here. But I don't see him yet. There we go. Any Michael B. Jordan fans? Let me know. They're filming at Mineta Tavern. Do you guys want to check out Mineta Tavern? Maybe I could just say the term, the phrase, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll walk into Mineta Tavern. Hey, Clifford, your theory didn't hold up. Oh no. Worthy attempt, Clifford. Worthy attempt, I appreciate it. He's a good actor, I agree. I mean, mind-blowing actor, actually. And he's directing Creed 3, so he will be a director soon as well. All right, so since spring has arrived, everyone's outside. Hey, Abdo, I am indeed out and about. Look at this, everyone. It's feeling like summertime. We got skateboarders running amok, conquering the city. We got Instagrammers, guy with the film camera, look at that. Anarchy everywhere. Oh my God, I am scared. Things are getting serious. Look, oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out, be careful. You might be entranced by performance art. The worst of the anarchists. I even smell a very fragrant smoke. Yep, I see it, the fragrant smoke. I smell something that looks like oregano. You guys ever had oregano? Well, this ain't it. Anarchy has consumed New York. You wanted proof? Here's proof, ladies and gentlemen. Anarchy has consumed New York. Skateboarders everywhere. This is basically Mad Max. You ever seen the film Mad Max? This is basically it. Darrell, I won't confirm nor deny what that green smell is. I wonder if she gets cold feet. Great pun, great pun. Who was that? Dutch Can Jam, great pun. Oh, we got a break dancer. He's on the loose. Break dancer on the loose. Maybe they're working together. Break dancer and interpretive dancer. Uh-oh. Maybe it's a dance gang ready to step up in the streets. And when a dance gang steps up in the street, you gotta be careful. You gotta watch your back. Darrell says, go grab a coffee now. Darrell, I don't take kindly to threats, even if they involve coffee. Oh, we got a piano. Virgil says it's a turf dance war, yeah. Uh-oh. MC, I don't respond to any messages or comments. After I'm live, I'm done. I'm done. If you have anything to ask about history, travel, or culture, you could do it right here in the live videos. Oh, wow. Oh, I love this. Great song. No, don't stop. Was that a two-story bike? Yes, it was. We got skaters of all kinds. That was great. Oh my God. He's really good, yeah. Such anarchy shouldn't be allowed. Okay, indeed. Indeed. Does the pianist have a Venmo? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Let's investigate. Yeah, it does. I'll zoom in. At the Andrew Artist.
Remember that song, Easy to Be Hard? It was like from Hair.
At the
And then Three Dog Night covered that too.
Oh, we got jugglers. Oh my God. We got jugglers here playing some EDM. Oh. I'm glad I'm packing. We got dance film. Oh, we even got dance film. Oh. And what I miss when New York City used to be safe. I miss when I used to come to Washington Square Park and there would be, you know, one skateboarder, but now there's 10. I miss the days when I used to come to Washington Square Park and there used to be one dancer, but now there's like 4. Yeah. Things are bad. Things are really bad here in New York City. Watch out. Be careful with Washington Square Park. Gwen says too much noise. This is overwhelming. Indeed. Wow, they have a huge Steadicam set up. Or is that a gimbal? I can't tell. Let's see. That's just, oh, it's a Steadicam. That's crazy. Look how, oh no, that's like a huge bodysuit gimbal. Wow. So you know the gimbal I have right now on my phone? That's like a gigantic bodysuit one. Yep, it's a gimbal. Look at that. That's cool. James says, hey, she looked your way. Indeed. Indeed she did. Oh my God, we got a hula hoop dancer. What is this person gonna do with the hula hoop? Earl. Indeed I am. Yeah, completely ignore the other. And the other thing one can admire, if one chooses to, yeah, I was admire the camera gear. Let's check out the camera gear. Yeah, admittedly, that was a really cool gimbal. It's like huge, all around your body. Imagine that gimbal all around your body. Ooh, ooh, wow. Here. Hey, Debbie, hardly any winter jackets. Yep, no longer cold. Spring has arrived, take out your shorts. All right, here we have the chess players and the lunch eaters. Another short for the Tribeca Film Festival, yeah, indeed. New York City's popping. That's how they say it here in New York, popping. If you want to sound like a New Yorker, just say, this area be popping, which means this area is filled with lots of fun and joy and wonderment. That's what it means, be popping. Where's Bob? I don't know. I think Bob is a little bit afraid of the horde of skateboarders. It can be scary sometimes. A lot of bench testers out there today. Yeah, they are. They're gunning for my job. Great place to people watch, says Lori, and I agree. My opinion says popping means happening. Well, that's your opinion. In my opinion, it means joy, wonderment, and beauty, all wrapped into one. Looks like people are in a good mood. Indeed, indeed. We'll never again allow New York City to come to such anarchy, says Jimmy. Dancers, skateboarders, piano, and hula hoops. Yes, utter devastation here in the city. Utter devastation. Oh, how New York City has gone so far downhill. I fear for the future of the city. We just saw one hula hooper. Imagine if they just allow 3 or 4 or 5. We even got some violin. Oh. That's it, I've had it. I'm gonna go directly to the steps of Congress. They gotta stop this classical music. They gotta stop all this hula hooping. No, not cool. Not cool. All right, let's check out Mineta Tavern. You guys want to try to sneak into a movie set? Let me know. You want to meet Michael B. Jordan? Let me know. Well, 51 degrees. Oh, it's 51 degrees. Uh-oh. Ziomada left Bob, says Alexandra. Oh no. That's so sad. I hope they come into terms. Here's Cafe Reggio. Oh my God, Cafe Reggio is not so packed. Great place to grab a coffee outdoors. You want to try some of the best falafel? Let me know. Here, one of the best falafel places, Mahmoud Falafel. Right in front of the street, we have pommes frites, great French fries. And here we are. All right, let's go in. Let me use the passcode. Oh wow, let's take our sweet time. So here's the Hollywood set. They're all kind of, this is the crew. Lots of crew people here. We found Cliff. This guy, oh, this is the COVID guy. So every Hollywood set now has like a COVID protector, and this guy has hand sanitizer. He's armed with it. He's ready. Ready, sanitize any hand at any given notice. So there we go. Cafe what? Jacqueline what? 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 Daryl, shh, don't tell anyone. I'm co-starring with Michael B. Jordan. Shh, don't tell. That crazy you can get so close. I could get even closer. I really gotta blend in. But I'd rather show it to you from outside. Let's see, let's go over here. What is falafel, says Alexandra? It's basically veggie balls made by Mediterranean and Arab cultures. A fried veggie ball. All right. Here we go. Journals for Jordan, directed by Denzel Washington. Michael B. Jordan's inside. Do you always carry hand sanitizer? Yeah, I do have in that bag, yeah. Adam. Where's Denzel? I'm trying to find him. I don't know. I'm trying to find him. Don't know where he is. They're filming Journals for Jordan, based on the best-selling book. Directed by Denzel Washington, starring Michael B. Jordan. All right, let me zoom in again one more time. Almost looks like a movie set because it is. Yoli, it is. They're filming the interior at Mineta Tavern, which is known for its $30 hamburgers. Wasn't he voted sexiest man on earth? Says pretty funny. Yes, he was. Michael B. Jordan is known as the sexiest man in the world. What are these people doing? So let me explain something about filmmaking. It's both the most exciting thing in the world and also the most boring. It's exciting because you're making a movie that is $100 million budget. Oh no, maybe this movie might be a drama movie, so it might be like a $20 million? No, a little bit more. Maybe like a $50, $60 million, $70 million budget movie. That's exciting, right? A lot of people are gonna see it. But it's also extremely boring because you're waiting all the time. And a lot of actors talk about this, a lot of cast and crew talk about this, especially actors because they're mostly just in front of the camera and they're just waiting for the next shot. So for example, if you're gonna shoot a scene, let's say the scene over here, so an interior scene, and they are probably shooting some type of conversation. I doubt it's an action scene, it probably is a drama film, so probably shooting some type of conversation inside this tavern. So when that happens, they're usually splitting up that scene into a bunch of different shots. So you have someone who, you have, say, Michael B. Jordan chatting with Denzel Washington's character, and you have an over-the-shoulder shot. And first you show Denzel's lines, and then you show Michael B's lines. But that's if you do the filmmaking pretty basic. If you get more complicated, you're doing different angles, different shots, you're doing an establishing shot, you might have extras background, you might be taking care of the sound with the extras, so the extras might be pretending to talk, but they're actually not talking, so we can hear the conversation between Michael B. and whoever else is in the scene. Maybe the scene involves 5 people or 6 people, and then it becomes even more complicated because all those scenes are split up into tiny parts. And it depends on the director, but if the director decides to do a whole lot of cuts, which usually they do, it's very rare that you have a director do a one take for a conversation, then every time they have to do that different take, that different shot, they have to realign all the lights in order to have consistency with the lights throughout the scene. Because you don't just lit up the room to shoot everything in the 360 angle. It doesn't really work that way, at least with Hollywood films. They lit up so it's specific for the shot. So if you have a close-up of Michael B, they have to lit it up in a way where it's specifically shot, lit up for Michael B's face, close-up. But if they're doing the next shot, it's Michael B chatting with Denzel, they have to realign the lights in order to perfectly lit up that shot as well. And if you have a director getting even fancier with lighting, which some of them do, like for example, if you want to see a great old example, just check out Citizen Kane with Orson Welles. You'll see that lighting can get very artistic. Then even more work is put into it. So all that said, every time you're changing the lighting, you're changing the setup, you're changing the camera movements, you're trying to jot down exactly how everything is set up just in case you need to reshoot it. All that, you have to wait between those times because the cameras are gigantic. You saw that other camera over there? It's huge. You have to reset that camera, you have to reset all these gigantic lights over and over and over again, so you gotta wait all the time. That's why Hollywood is a lot of waiting, and these guys are just probably just waiting to make the next shot. All right, let's wait over here. I think they're about to start shooting. Seems boring. I thought they shot the scene like a video. No. No, they don't. Not at all. Cool to know you know your stuff. Hey, Patricia, I appreciate it. And the sound engineers have to sync all together. Yeah, then you gotta think about sound. And sound is tough, especially in a this is not a set. This is not a sound stage, I mean. A sound stage, you can really control the sound, where they make the set, you know, all according to how it's, they control every element in the sound stage. But here they don't. They can't control the lighting hitting. All right. Let's see. Say the movie code and get inside the movie team. Chris, I'm very tempted. Trust me, I'm very tempted. Is this near Soho? Yeah, we're adjacent to Soho. I'm here for lox and bagel, says a waitress. You know, also if you're sneaky enough, you can actually go to the catering booth, the catering truck, and say, "Oh yeah, I'm part of the makeup team." I'm not sure if they sometimes have badges, but you can say, "Oh, I'm part of the makeup team," and get yourself a nice bagel and lox for free. I haven't tried it though, but I have heard of people doing that. They do have badges, do they? Let's see. I worked in as I mentioned, I worked before in a Hollywood set, shooting behind the scenes, and I did not have a badge. But some of these guys do, yeah. Some of these guys do have a badge. But I don't think everyone does, look. Some of these don't, some of these crew don't have badges. Like this guy has, but this other guy in the fleece doesn't have it. This guy in the jacket doesn't have a badge. Some of them might be extras as well. I assume this crew of a few people right there, this group of women might be extras. Someone just got out of the black Suburban. Oh, okay. All right, let's see. All right. You guys want to wait around? Let me know. You guys want to see a little bit more? Let me know. I can easily linger. What film did I work on? I worked on a film called Life Itself, directed by the same guy who did that famous series on ABC about the family and the different lives of people. I forgot the name of the series, but yeah, Life Itself, starring Oscar Isaac, Antonio Banderas. Samuel Jackson, and a few other. I think it was Olivia Wilde, I think, was also there. Is this the new Lars von Trier? Asked Treb. So Treb is referring to probably one of the more notorious directors ever. If this was a Lars von Trier film, I think we would know it. It would probably be a little bit more chaotic. It'll probably be a little bit more bare bones. And there'll probably be a man screaming at his casting crew. Because I think Lars has a reputation for being a bit angry on set. So I don't think this is a Lars von Trier film. This is directed by Denzel Washington. I personally see nothing happening here. Babu, yeah, I mean, they're filming inside, but I'm not sure if they were filming right now, they would tell everyone to be quiet. So I think they're in the middle of kind of changing up the set. An Urbanist exclusive. Indeed. So if you're a supporter, you have access to the behind the scenes I did for Life Itself. It was located at the Strand bookstore. It was really, really cool. They decided not to post it, which is a big shame. And they never gave me permission to post it publicly. So I'm not going to do it because, you know, I honor my contracts. But if you're a super urbanist, reach out to me directly and I'll give you a link because I can use it as part of my portfolio to show prospective clients. So maybe you're a client if you're a super urbanist. You didn't see the wink. Maybe you're a client. Can you get closer to the security? I could probably get a little bit closer, but they'll probably start kicking me out, especially with the camera. I can use the special phrase term I used before. But I do run a risk, since this is such a higher profile film, they might ask for a badge. Blue Siam, oh, you have a film tumbler, that's so cool. Unknown, we don't discuss those topics here. They're shooting inside here, Mineta. Have you had the Mineta? I have, Chaza, once before. It was actually really good. Okay, they're telling everyone to be quiet. So they're telling everyone to be quiet right now. They closed up the door. So I think they're gonna shoot their next scene, or their next shot, I mean. Let's see. Let's see. Arizona, we're currently in the borough of Manhattan. Why $30 though? It's made with aged beef. It's very expensive to make. And they have some other fancy, I think they have a fancy cheese. I think it's Stilton cheese. The most nice wink of New York, and that's from Ariel.
Sorry about that.
Is a security manager in front of the door? I don't know who's security specifically. So in filmmaking, there's usually the guy who's kind of barking orders on set isn't really the director. The director really doesn't do that. The director focuses more on the cinematographer and the actors. The one barking on set is called the assistant director, or the AD. And he's the guy saying, quiet on set, or cut, or whatever, or clear the room, whatever. They might. So the AD, the assistant director, is the one who barks the orders. And I can't tell if he's here or not. The thing is, we actually don't know if this is a primary shooting. So another thing that happens on a Hollywood set is that usually you have a second unit. The first unit, the main unit, Unit A, is the main film. The scenes with Michael B. Jordan, or whatever main actor, the main scenes, or the main action sequences. But then you have a second unit. And the second unit usually does either cover-up shots, like coverage shots, where they might shoot more aspects of the environment, or they might shoot like an establishing shot. Let's say Michael B. Jordan is walking into Mineta Tavern and it's very crowded. So if you show an establishing shot of the crowded restaurant, they probably don't need Michael B. there, nor Denzel. So they have a second unit team, and that second unit is what films all the insert shots and the extra footage and the B-roll or the establishing shots, etc. I'm not sure if this is second unit. I think it might be primary unit because since it's a drama film, I doubt they're doing that much like fancy other shots. Right, high cover shots is another thing they might do, yeah. I think you just capture Spike Lee. Ooh, where? Where is he? Don't see him. It's cool to see a movie being filmed and with you giving us behind the scenes info. It says, Susu, I'm so glad, Susu, I'm so glad. To make the film more visually interesting, it says hide. Yes, indeed, yeah. So they might be, even in the drama film, yeah, they might be using second unit. Adam, thank you so much for tuning in. So this is what I want to do. I aim to direct Hollywood films. I'm not sure when will that happen, but it will at some point. And if you're watching now, keep staying tuned. Maybe you'll see me doing behind the scenes myself as the director, doing behind the scenes in my own production for all of you. So stay tuned for that. One day soon, when I direct the next big Marvel movie. Mark says, dang, you know a lot? Yeah, because this is my career. Very invested in learning all the ins and outs of filmmaking. All right, so, oh, okay, we got quiet. We got quiet. Did they say quiet? Yeah, I think they did. All right. Let's stick around for like 5 more minutes, and then we'll continue walking. Chris, thank you so much. Wendy says, you will star. Oh, thank you so much. Brown backpack, green jacket, I think is Spike Lee. All right, let's see. Are the streets being blocked off? No, not right now. I don't think they have permission to do so. It might be very expensive to do that. So Hollywood sets might sometimes decide not to block off the street and risk the bad audio or the interference. I think this guy's blocking the street right now. The one with the green jacket. Nita says, I wish best of luck, but don't forget to cast your live studio audience. Wow, looking forward to that, especially if it's a Marvel movie. Tried to watch them all, says Susu. I'm so glad. You've seen Michael B. Jordan? Not yet. I'll stick around for like 3 more minutes. Good night, Chris. Thank you so much for tuning in. The new Hollywood Steiner Studios, yeah. Steiner Studio, there we go. We'll zoom in. It sounds like your dream is to be on the movie set, says Sarah. It is, Sarah. It is. Directing, specifically. All right, so that's that. It might take a while to even spot any type of celebrity, but we already saw Sarah Jessica Parker. Maybe one day we'll see another one, someday soon. Let's continue walking around, shall we? Lorraine says, I'd like to be an extra in your movies. Yeah, Lorraine. That would be great. If you become a director, I could say I knew you when. Says Susu. Oh, so glad, Susu. The next Kubrick, says Wendy. Oh, Wendy, that I would be honored to even come close to even a tenth of that. I would be honored. Yeah. Yeah, this is a movie called Journals for Jordan, and it's Denzel Washington is directing, and Michael B. Jordan is the star.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what is this scene or just?
They're I'm not sure what the scene is, but they're filming inside the tavern over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if Michael B. is inside. Apparently, he's gonna be inside soon. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I just live up here, so I'm like, what's going on?
You probably see a lot of film sets over
I just
here.
moved here, so
Oh, cool.
it's kind of exciting, yeah.
You moved to the best street, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit crazy on like the weekend nights, but that's to be expected, I guess.
I can imagine. Yeah, right. Well, wait until the summertime.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This gets very crazy at night. Yeah.
Cool. I came here for the liveliness, so.
Yeah. Well, you have a front row seat for the film.
Awesome.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Fun.
So it was a woman who just moved in. She seemed pretty young. Moved here to the upper floors, and it's her first week. They're like, "Oh, you're in for a treat." That's really cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna continue walking. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's continue walking. All right, been standing for quite a while. He showed me the picture, yeah. Yeah, that was super exciting. That was really fun. We didn't get to see anything, but I don't know, just being in the presence to me is like really fun of a movie set. It's because I'm a movie buff. I mean, for me, 5 years old, I had my mom collected this kind of notebook where it would ask me a set amount of questions every single year, and she would collect a bunch of photos with it. And the book at 5 years old asked, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I said movie star. Now, I also meant movie director, but that's what I wrote at 5 years old, was a movie star. So even at the age of 5, I knew I wanted to do something with film. So for me, it's like feels like being in a special place there. Let me know if you feel the same. It was cool to see kind of behind the scenes. Rio, I'm doing well. Fila says, cool to see a real behind the scenes. Yeah. Hey, Jazzy. A Journal for Ariel, says Trish. A Journal for Jordan is a drama. Won't say any spoilers, but the book is great, says Janice. Oh, I'm great. I'm great that you read it, Janice. That's cool. Awesome, I'm excited. Yes, great to be there anyway. Director certainly, says Wendy. Yeah. All right, let's continue walking up. Let's go uptown. We all got a thrill just knowing that they are filming, says Patricia. Yeah, indeed. That's why. Hola, Janice. Ariel, I love being on TV sets, says Alexandra. Yeah, it's like the fun feeling. Love coming across filming, says Sandra. Yeah. When are you going back to the Pie Pub? Angela, what are you referring to? Pie Pub. Let me know what you're referring to. My son also played Benjamin, the play for rent in local community theater. Oh, that's so cool, Susu. That's amazing. I actually have another viewer who has a son in Broadway. I forgot the play. It was the something, the Lightning Bringer or something like that, the Lightning Storm. It's like a kid's book converted into a Broadway musical. Cafe Wa has been featured in films, yes. So the latest film I know that featured Cafe Wa, where we were standing earlier, is Inside Llewyn Davis. And it's a movie also starring Oscar Isaac, who I mentioned before. And it takes place in the 1950s, during kind of the beatnik era of Greenwich Village, with a lot of the folk scene. And they actually used CGI to make the street, MacDougal, look like it was back in the 1950s. Really awesome film if you want to see some 1950s New York. Highly recommend it. Can you stumble upon Fran Lebowitz one day, please? I would love that. I gotta find a way to reach out to her. Maybe there's a way. Maybe I can find her agent's number or email. And over here is where they shot I Am Legend. That's what I love about New York City. You never know what you come across. The English pub that sold pies. Ah, Angela, I didn't go to a pub, but I did go to a grocery store that sold meat pies. But I've never been to a pub here in New York City with meat pies.
Be humble. You're drunk.
Not sure what you were referring to. However, I can't wait to go back to London and try meat pies there, or UK in general. I was on a primetime TV show, says Scott, in Japan, and the shooting locations were fun but long way. Kay reminds everyone to smash that like button. Yes. Smash that like button. Cauliflower, thank you so much for the 420. I love that, 420. Is it actually 420 right now? Thank you so much, Cauliflower. Cauliflower, a recurring super chatter. Thank you so much for your contributions. You were outside the Irish pub that sold English meat pies. Angela, I really don't remember where you're referring to. I did briefly cover a meat pie in Boston. Yeah, I don't quite remember what you're referring to. Someone else sent me a super chat. If anyone can remind me who it was. I was kind of entrenched in the filmmaking. So here's 8th Street.
But for specific task-related class security, I think there should be like
I was an extra in the movie concert Hair. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, in the concert scene in Hair. Oh, that's so cool. Max Headroom. That's amazing. I'm glad we have a lot of people who have been around movie theaters. I mean, movie sets. Oh, Angela. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. The Upper West Side. I passed by a place that sold meat pies. I didn't go in. It's an English place. It wasn't Irish. Yeah, Alexandra. Do you guys want me to go to have some meat pies soon at that place on the Upper West Side? One of the few English restaurants in New York City. Let me know. I might cover it soon. Where are you going to now? I'm gonna walk towards Union Square. Let me know if you want to join me for Union Square. I'll stay live and we'll walk to Union Square together. The stuff that dreams are made of. Indeed it is, Hyde. Indeed it is. Stuff that dreams are made of. All right, I gotta put on my jacket because, whew, cold. Bear with me. Do you know what happened with Broadway? The earliest Broadway is opening up is June, I think it is. Tourism bus. James, are you referring to me or someone else in the comments? James says, I can imagine you being an actor in a major series as a crime scene detective. Wearing a long overcoat. What is the line that the guy used to say in CSI Miami? One thing he used to do, the main character in CSI Miami, he would be like, he would always do that in every single episode, like a crime scene. He's like looking down at the body. He's like, but he had like a tagline. I forgot what he used to say. Or like in the movie Nightcrawler, says Lisbon. Yeah, indeed. Hey, Babu said just made a version of Jamie Oliver's cauliflower cheese recipe from England. And it was good. Oh, interesting. Shulio, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while, Shulio. Are you gonna get a meat pie? Kind of want to see some good food porn. Not today, but soon. Stay tuned. I'll go up to the meat pie. Stay tuned very soon, actually. You can play Sherlock Holmes. There's some roles that I think one cannot encroach on a British actor playing them. That's James Bond, or, British in general, or Irish. James Bond and Sherlock. I think those two characters, and also Watson to an extent, have to be played by someone from the British Isles. I would not dare ever want to take a role from them.
I once read something.
You would love Nottingham in the UK. Yeah, Angela, I have no doubt. I can't wait to go. Put exclamation point UK. You'll learn my plans. Alexander got you. Exclamation point UK. Meat pie sounds good. Stay tuned. Later this week. I'll announce before I go. Someone tell the Guy Ritchie. I love Guy Ritchie. Absolutely love his recent film, The Gentleman. Absolutely great film, in my opinion. Highly recommend it. If you're a fan of British culture, you'll probably love The Gentleman. Thank you. Lisbon says The Gentleman was great. Oh, you want to see another movie scene? Let me know. So here, in this church, the Church of the Ascension, it's one of the landmarks of New York City, built in 1840 by Richard Upjohn. We've talked about him before. It was redecorated by Stanford White. We can tell that from these lighting setups over here. Right here. So in here, the pivotal last scene of Lady Bird, directed by Greta Gerwig, starring Saoirse Ronan. Saoirse Ronan. Let me pronounce it the proper Irish way. Saoirse Ronan is right here. Right here. This is the pivotal final scene. Really great movie. Highly recommend it. I absolutely love the work of Greta Gerwig. The movie is not really a New York movie. It entirely takes place in Sacramento. Just the final scene is shot here. Yeah. One of my favorite movies. Search of the Ascension. Greta Gerwig is a New Yorker, but the film takes place in Sacramento. Oh, my mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Wrong church. My mistake. Scratch that. It's this church. Actually, they look very similar. Look at that. Like, if it weren't for the green, these churches look the same. It was actually this church. It was this church, not this one. Beautiful church nonetheless. They look almost exactly the same, but no. Oh, wow. Yeah. Little Women is an amazing film by Greta Gerwig. Yes, that is Charlotte. I agree. One of the best films ever made. I wish I had the time when I visited Boston to go to Concord. Maybe I'll go back to Massachusetts and go to Concord because that's where they shot Little Women. That's where it takes place also in the books. Everyone, I confused two Gothic cathedrals built with the same type of brownstone. Literally the same type of shape, same type of brownstone, 1 block away from each other. This is where the film ended, right here. Close enough, yeah. This is where it ended. Blue says Greta Gerwig is married to Noah Baumbach. Yeah, and Noah Baumbach has made some great New York films. Check out Mistress America. While We're Young is one of my favorites. Don't get these churches confused. Are they made by the same architect? It has to be. This looks so similar to the other one. Let's check it out. The gates are locked, so I can't go inside, but let's zoom in. This is a Presbyterian church. The city's earliest Presbyterian congregation, organized in 1716, but they built this church in 1845. With Joseph C. Wells. We talked about him in Brooklyn. Yeah, so he also designed a Presbyterian church in Brooklyn. Joseph C. Wells, not the same architect. The other one's Richard Upjohn. Blue Salesman says also Francis Ha. Yes, another great New York City film starring Greta Gerwig, directed by Noah Baumbach. Thank you, Blue. What mine was the brownstone sourced from? That's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head. I think brownstone was sourced fairly nearby. Either it was in New York or somewhere in New England. But the exact location, I don't know. Love Hitchcock filming a murder film in one room only. Oh, was it this church? After Hours by Martin Scorsese also filmed here. Oh, interesting. Oh, we got a lot of movies filmed in this area. Was Cruel Intentions shot in New York? I think it was. There was a few scenes, I think, in New York, James. But don't quote me on that. Yes, let me know if you're on Team Like. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me know if you have any questions. We're gonna walk towards our final stop, Union Square. After Hours was shot in Soho. Oh, that's so cool. Soho. Mags is Team Like. Oh, thank you, Mags. Mags, awesome moderator as well. What part of New York was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles filmed? Great question. It was filmed in many parts of New York. I think they show a lot of the gritty kind of New York areas of, I think it was Midtown East, because they have a few scenes there. There's a scene right by Central Park where I think the Turtles encounter Casey is his name. I don't know where else, if anyone can let me know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has a few. There's a scene also in Hoyt Schermerhorn subway stop in Brooklyn, which I actually covered last week. Check that out. Alexandra says, when will I show you my acting skills? Says Alexandra. Never. I haven't acted in years, ever since the accident. My acting days are over. Never again, never again. Thank you, thank you. That was a monologue by Ariel Vera. Lee says, I like your mask, also glad. Alexandra is also Team Like, awesome. Was it a tractor accident, says Charlie? Yes. The tractor, the people, the pigeon, all involved. Terrible, terrible, terrible times. The Oscar goes to you, says Mahar. Oh, thank you. I always knew that they like me. They really, really like me. You could produce an old New York film, says Helena. Maybe. Maybe you'll learn the origin story of Bob the pigeon one day on the big screen. Bob wins Best Supporting Actor. Indeed, indeed it does. Outstanding performance by Bob. Sally Fields says, indeed, let me mute. All right, someone was playing very loud, popular music. Hey, oh. Cool new merch. Did you create those, says Tammy? I did not do the drawings. I commissioned a cartoonist to make the drawings. I directed him. So I am, in essence, the art director of the Bob Urbanist merch line. Is loud music the new no filming sign? It's because I get copyrighted on YouTube. And you never know, some very popular songs, they outright block the video, either everywhere or just in or sometimes in specific popular countries. Will Ziomata and Bob and Earl also be in your movies? Maybe there'll be a movie specifically with all of them. Daniel Day-Lewis still retired? I think so, Patricia. So here it is, Union Square. Let me know if Union Square has appeared in any films. There has to be a few. There has to be a few. Almost a full moon, indeed. You don't want to know what happens during the full moon. Angela says, your Mobsters of Little Italy was amazing. Really enjoyed it. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for tuning in. Glad so many people enjoyed that tour. If you haven't watched it after this video, go check it out. And here we go. The farmer's market. Let's see if we find some sourdough bread. Will we find sourdough bread? Is there any food today? No, no food today, but stay tuned. Very soon, you will see some meat pies. English meat pies. Very meaty, very pie. You can say it's 3.14. It's that good. Uh-oh. Got more popular music. If live streamers were superheroes, that would be one of the main villains. It'll be the kryptonite of if live streamers were superheroes. There'll be someone walking around with a carrying bag filled with loud music. It's that woman who's just playing very, very loud popular music. Let's wait until she walks around. Are you guys not able to hear me? Okay, yeah, I unmuted it. Yeah. I'll go wait until she moves away. She's still there. She's just taking her sweet time. There she is. See that bag? The destroyer of streamers. That's her villain name. She's called the Destroyer of Streamers. That's a hard word. That's a hard name to pronounce. Destroyer of Streamers. A music gun. Yes, indeed. Nice hand acting, says Nuke. Yes. I mean, back in the 1910s when I used to do silent film, and I was collaborating with Pickford. Yeah, I had to do a lot of hand signals because, of course, we didn't have sound back then. I learned about that in the book, in the history textbook. Yeah, I definitely was not alive in 19-teens. It definitely did not work with Pickford. I learned about that in the documentary. Yes. I was never a silent film actor. Charlene, I am definitely not a time traveler. I am not an immortal. I'm not at all. I was never a silent film actor. Do not go and search any actors that look like me. Any mustachioed actors, if they look like me, it's purely coincidental. She's still here? I hear the music in the distance. The live stream, the destroyer of streams is still around. But I can't see her. She'll sneak up on me somewhere. We gotta find that bread though. New Yorkers, always chasing that bread. That sourdough bread, I mean. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about sourdough.
Ponytail guy women to work for me.
Here in New York, you know, times are tough. We gotta chase that bread. You know what I'm saying? You chase that bread, you're good. Maybe you're Doctor Who in disguise, indeed. I think it's too late. My favorite sourdough place is closed. No, no. All right, let's turn around. This place doesn't have any. Let's go back to that other bread place. They don't have it. And now they're playing some Jimi Hendrix. I can't escape music today. I can't escape music today. So thank you everyone for who is a super urbanist and a super chatter and a PayPaler and a star sender. Thanks to all of you. Everyone give them a round of hearts. To the super urbanists who are on Patreon, members on YT, and supporters on FB. And also the PayPalers, the super chatters, and the star senders. Give them a huge round of hearts. Lorene is one of them, Cauliflower, Panagiotis. We have many, many others. So thank you. If this gets copyrighted, at least we can continue the show, regardless, even when we come across the destroyer of streamers. All right, let me see if they have photo. Bear with me. You guys have any sourdough loaves left? No? No more? All right. It's all right. So pro tip, come to the farmer's market early. Yeah, I think once you get here beyond 4 p.m., you won't have too much luck, especially with bread. They only sell what they have, and they never make more than that, which is good. It guarantees freshness. So, damn, no sourdough, no avocado toast for me tomorrow. I'll just eat the avocado plain, just straight out of the fruit. I'll do that instead. A well-placed hand signal is worth 1,000 words. Indeed it is, Miss Lob. And thank you, mod friends, and thank you, everyone. Is snow expected in New York City these days? I think rain might be expected. I don't think they're really forecasting snow anytime soon. And the farmer's market is a great thing anywhere. Yeah. I mean, I think in general, always come to a farmer's market pretty early. New York, the good thing is they do run a little bit later than European farmers markets. From what I saw, like in Paris and in England, I think the cutoff point usually was around 2 p.m. there, but here the cutoff point is usually around 4. But you run the risk of not finding bread. Appreciate you making our days better. Thank you so much, AR, for the super chat. I appreciate you. AR is helping us keep at bay destroyer of live streamers, women with carrying boom boxes. And let me see if I missed anything. Barnes & Nobles was open. Barnes & Nobles is still open. Great bookstore, highly recommend it. Long lines for $10 pastries in Copenhagen. Oh, oh no, I can't wait to try a pastry in Copenhagen. I might just go a few blocks down and try the Swedish bakery. Maybe they have a loaf of bread. I'll go there. Oh yeah, actually I will go to that Swedish bakery. It's called Fabrik. Highly recommend it. Ariel's mustache is fantastic. Thank you so much, Alexandra. And do you do grilled cheese with sourdough? I don't really eat cheese on my own personal life. So I usually do avocado toast or an egg sandwich. Maybe you're Doctor Who in disguise, says Kay. Maybe. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Maybe get challah bread. I like sourdough because it is crunchy when you toast it. Also, sourdough has probiotics, which a lot of breads don't. It's very interesting. It actually makes it for a very good, healthy bread. And Scotty Shot says, I'll take it. And you're always fun and entertaining. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. If you want to see a video of history, check out the Mafia tour. I did that a few days ago. Or earlier today, I did the tour of African-American forgotten history in Lower Manhattan. And those tours, really fun. They're very structured, live videos, fully focused on giving you the history. And these ones are wanderings where we're a little bit more looser, having a little bit more fun. Keep being awesome, and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.